Welcome in here to the Paulino Baseball Academy in San Pedro de Macorís. We apologize for the audio issues for the last couple of moments, but we're live here with the last game of the Dominican Republic trip for the Kingsmen Baseball Academy. Top of the first, one down after Ryan Waters grounded a ball to the second baseman to begin the game. I'll take you through the batting order in just a moment here. Caden McNeil at the plate. Curveball sits in high to the two-hole for the Kingsmen. 2-1 so far in this trip with wins on Saturday and yesterday, but they dropped that second game of this two-game set on Saturday to Cano Baseball, looking to finish the trip 3-1. The pitch to McNeil. He hits it into right center field. Right fielder going back, looking toward the wall, settles in and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Let's take you through the starting 10 for the Kingsmen at the plate. Waters, McNeil, and then Gummy Hart batting third. It's Jack Curtis, Mason Ritzema, and Owen Beatrice, 4, 5, 6. And then the final four, Izzy Classe, Anthony Seminara, Hudson Entrikin, and Logan Daniel. The Kingsmen batting 10 today with Curtis serving as the EH. First pitch to Hart, a slider in the dirt. He takes it for ball one. Here in beautiful San Pedro de Macorís, a cloudy day that has kept a little bit of the heat off. I know it's expected to warm up in the afternoon, as it always tends to do around here. One ball, no strikes. Right-handed pitcher settles in and fires it home. It's a curveball outside for ball two. Curveball in there for a called strike to make it 2-1. Gummy did not feature in the game yesterday at Buena Vista. He did feature against Cano Baseball, where he went 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a walk. Takes a big cut at this one and is now even 2-2 after a swing and a miss on the fastball. If the inning continues, we'll see Jack Curtis in the cleanup spot. 2-2 pitch from the Paulino righty, and a high fastball gets him swinging. The Kingsmen go down 1-2-3 in the first. Noah Entrikin comes out to the mound when we return, and I'll walk you through the defensive alignment right here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Welcome back here to the 2026 Dominican Republic trip for the Kingsmen Baseball Academy. Griffin Leonard here on the call for you this morning from San Pedro de Macorís along the southern coast of the Dominican Republic. Noah Entrikin is on the mound for the Kingsmen. He'll face a couple of lefties to begin this game, and the left-hander fires home a first pitch fastball that's low of the zone for ball one. In the infield for the Kingsmen today, Mason Ritzema is doing the catching. Izzy Classe at third. Owen Beatrice is the shortstop. 1-0. Downstairs again, 2 balls and no strikes. Logan Daniels, the second baseman today. Anthony Seminara at first base. And then the outfield is Caden McNeil, Ryan Waters, and Hudson Entrikin. 2-0, and it's hit foul to the third base side, over the fence and out of play. Good friend Emilio behind the dish today, as he has been the last few days on this trip. We appreciate his work behind the plate. And we appreciate that strike call right down the gut from Entrikin to make it 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Behind 2-0, trying to finish off this first batter. And he gets a ground ball chopped toward the Paulino dugout. And the leadoff man stays alive. Another 2-2 pitch incoming. Entrikin out of the windup, facing the left-handed hitter. The pitch home. Looked pretty good, but the fastball missed just high. Three balls and 2 strikes. The high fastball did not catch the zone. Trying to win it here with the payoff. And time called before he can begin his windup. The hitter wanted an extra moment to compose himself. Three balls and 2 strikes. Entrikin once again looking to win the battle. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, got him with the fastball. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. A great pitch to paint the corner from the Kingsman left-hander. So from one lefty to another here as the 2-hole hitter settles in. First pitch, a swinging strike right down the heart of the plate to make it 0-1. Entrikin taking an extra moment to get the right pitch, now throws home the 0-1. And it was a little high off the glove of Ritzema to make it 1-1, and now Mason wants to have a chat with his pitcher on the mound. May have gotten crossed up a little bit on that fastball. He was late to react. Paulino Academy here in San Pedro, tucked away in a little neighborhood, but you enter the gate and you're greeted with a nice little 3 ballpark complex. It's certainly a nice venue for a ball game here today. 1-1. And a swinging strike on the outside fastball again. Entrikin having his way with the heater so far in this first inning. Two-strike pitch. Got him! Blows by the heater again. 2 down, back-to-back strikeouts for Noah Entrikin. So the Kingsmen went down 1-2-3 offensively in the first, now trying to do the same defensively. First pitch curveball clips the outside corner, and he's ahead 0-1. Still working out of the windup with the bases empty, the 0-1 pitch. Goes back to the curve, this time misses a tad low, and it's 1-1. Infield back for the Kingsmen. Yet to see a ball put in play off the bat of one of these Paulino hitters, and the hitter won't catch up to that one. A fastball that he blew by for 1-2. Entrikin trying to mow down Paulino in the first. The ground ball to the shortstop. Beatrice on the slide. Throws backhand to first, but the throw not in time to get the speedy 3-hole hitter. He hustled down the line and made that play difficult. Beatrice got a good throw off, but no chance to get the runner. So finally, Entrikin will see a right-handed hitter. It comes by way of the cleanup man, the red number 23. The first pitch low of the zone for ball 1. First base runner of the game goes to the home Paulino Academy. Noah and the defense trying to keep him on first base. 1-0. Inside corner, just missed it. 2 balls, no strikes. .2-0 pitch, hitters count for Paulino. And he spiked it. 3 balls, no strikes after he missed on the off speed. .3-0, Entrikin trying to get settled. He'll throw over to first, and Seminara dropped the ball. The throw may have been a bit wide from Entrikin. They had the runner dead to rights if that throw was on time. Instead, he stands on second with 2 away. It was a really good pickoff move from the Kingsmen starting pitcher. The throw just tailed him a little bit towards second base. Big lead at second now. The pitch home. Down the middle of the plate for a strike. Three and 1 the count. A shake, and now Entrikin's got the pitch he's looking for. The delivery. And it came inside and hit the batter. The runner had broken for third. He'll have to head back to second, but that's back-to-back base runners reaching base here in the first. So 5th hitter of the inning comes up for Paulino. Open stance to the right-hander with runners on second and first and 2 away. Entrikin 2 quick strikeouts, trying to get himself out of a little bit of trouble here in the first. First pitch to the 5-hole. There's a curveball in the dirt, got away from Ritzema, and the runners both move up 90 feet. So after the wild pitch, it's 1-0. Runners on second and third. Still 2 down in the first. A scoreless game between the Kingsmen and Paulino. The pitch. Inside corner fastball gets the call this time from the home plate umpire, and it's 1-1. One pitch from Entrikin, and it's flared right side foul. It'll be strike 2, and once again, just 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. With a runner at third, he's working back out of the windup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Moves the leg back, brings it up, and comes home. And another foul ball slashed off to the right-hand side of the infield. In the second, the Kingsmen are set to bring up Jack Curtis, Mason Ritzema, and Owen Beatrice. 4, 5, 6 due up in inning number 2. Trying to keep this game scoreless to get there. And at direction of his coach, Entrikin will step off and reset. Still 2 strikes to the hitter. Encherkin settling back in. Runners on second and third, ready for an opportunity. The pitch from Noah. Curveball got him! 3 strikeouts in the inning, and he strands 2 in scoring position. Scoreless into the second we go, right here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Back here for the top of the second inning here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. 0-0 between the Kingsmen Baseball Academy and Paulino here in San Pedro de Macorís here in the Dominican Republic. One more day for this team to enjoy the beaches and the wonderful surroundings of this country before we head back home to Charlotte tomorrow night. And one more game to see some good Dominican competition before heading back stateside. The Paulino right-hander retired. Waters, McNeil, and Hart in order in the first, and now Jack Curtis, as the extra hitter in this Kingsman team, is set to lead off inning number 2. Wearing the number 17, he digs into the right-handed batter's box. The pitcher comes set, gets ready to deliver the first pitch of the second. It's off speed, and it stayed way high for ball 1. Kingsman hitter is going to need some quick hands to catch up to this fastball. 1-0. Goes back to the off-speed and floats it in there for strike 1 on the outer edge. One pitch, a fastball. Curtis hits it high in the air, shallow left field. Left fielder coming in on it, calls off the shortstop and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So here comes Mason Ritzma. Played as the extra hitter in yesterday's game against Buena Vista. Only his second game of the trip catching because, of course, the Kingsmen playing as one combined squad in this trip, wanting to get some of their catchers opportunities to be behind the plate as Ritzma takes ball 1 down in the dirt. Caught the trip opener against Esperanza on Saturday morning. He went 1 for 2 in that game with a single and a hit by pitch. In the left-handed batter's box here against the righty arm, facing the 1-0. And hits one high in the air into the third base side of the infield, drifting into foul territory and making the catch for out number 2, the third baseman of Paulino. So 5 up, 5 down for the Kingsmen. Owen Beatrice trying to squash that here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Beatrice playing shortstop today, made a nice stop on that ground ball in the bottom of the first. Just unable to have enough time to get the throw over to first and make the play, but kept the ball in the infield. Sees his first pitch, and it's a fastball off the glove of the catcher and back here toward me behind home plate. One and 0, the count to Beatrice. Here's the pitch. And it's high of the letters for ball 2. Hitters count for Owen. That high zone is just tough to come by, as we've seen here in the last couple of games. 2-0 the pitch. Curveball, dropped it in there. Takes a good amount of confidence in your stuff to drop a curveball in when you're behind in the count like that, but this Paulino right-hand arm has some good control on both his fastball and his curve that he's dropped in a few times. Goes back to it here and misses low and in. 3 balls and a strike. If the inning continues, we'll see Izzy Classe, the designated hitter today, who had a big game at the plate yesterday at Buena Vista. 3-1. And Beatrice watches it go down the heart of the plate, and the count is full. 3-2, a payoff pitch coming with 2 away. Curveball, high, ball 4. The Kingsmen have its first base runner of the morning. Beatrice heads down to first, and here is Classe. Izzy had 3 hits yesterday and 5 at-bats. A double and a couple of singles. He's seeing the ball well. Would love to put one in the outfield and move Beatrice over as the Kingsmen looking for the game's first runs. They managed to score first in every game of this trip so far. And they managed to score in the first inning of every game until today. First pitch, outside for a ball to Classe. The Kingsmen had scored in the first inning in the first 3 games of this trip for a combined 8 runs, but blanked in inning 1 of today's against Paulino. 1-0 pitch. Tipped off the glove and actually caught as a foul tip. You don't see that very often. The ball went off of the glove, which makes it a legal foul tip if you can catch that baseball. It bounced into the air, and then the catcher caught it with his bare hand. Would have been impressive had that been strike 3, and instead it's just 1-1. Runner on the move, curveball in there, throw down to second. Beatrice slides in, and he's safe. Stolen base for Owen Beatrice. He's in scoring position with 2 away. So Owen stands on second, looking to score on a base hit. Classe has himself in a good spot at the plate. The right-hander checks on second, now comes to the plate and takes a big swing and a miss. Izzy Classe coming up empty on that one. And he'll take a second to reset himself with the 2-2 count in.
Got it, Izzy. Go, Izzy.
The inning continues more. We will see Anthony Seminara, the first baseman. The pitch to Classe. He takes it high for ball 3. Big pitch coming up here for the Paulino right-hander. Beatrice off of second aggressively. And a balk has been called by our home plate umpire, which will put Beatrice on third. Just a little shift of the shoulders. He was set, had not begun his windup and delivery yet, but called for the balk, which puts the game's opening run 90 feet away if Classe can deliver.
Come on, Izzy. He's out there for you, bud. Go, Izzy.
Beatrice on third, the lefty Classe back in to face this pitch. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. Paulino escapes the jam with the strikeout. We head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in San Pedro. Entrican back to the mound when we return on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Bottom of the second inning, still scoreless between the Kingsmen and Paulino. The Kingsmen and their home opponents, the Paulino Academy, have left runners stranded on third base already in this game. Entrican back on the mound. The lefty's first pitch of the second is a ball cued off the end of the bat for a foul ball, strike one.
Go.
0-1 the count. The lefty back in the windup delivers the pitch. And it's hit to center field. Back on it, Waters, and he's right there for the catch. It was hit on a line right to him for the first out of the inning. That ball sat in the middle of the plate, but Entrican not punished for it. There's one out after the flyout. So into the box, wearing the number 52 for Paulino, right-hander, red batting helmet, and the first pitch to him is a curveball from Entrican in there for a strike. A 1 pitch in the dirt, skipped up to the backstop, 1 ball, 1 strike. Even count here, Entrican trying to go back ahead. He'll instead fall behind with that inside fastball. 2-1. Bases empty so far for Paulino in the second. They managed 1 hit off of Entrican in the first. 2-1 pitch, and it's flared into shallow left center. Tough play for Beatrice, cannot get there. Down in front of McNeil and left, and it's a 1-out single for Paulino. So back-to-back innings, which has seen a Paulino Academy base hit, and now a slight delay here. What sounded probably to those listening as an explosion was actually just a baseball clanging off the dugout. There's a couple of fields here at this Paulino complex, as I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, and they have some sort of showcase or some sort of game going on one of the other fields. And we just got interrupted by a ball from the other field. Now back underway, there's a foul ball. on first and picks and throws the ball to right field. That's the second time that throw is tailed towards second base, and now the runner rounding second, heading to third. Throw comes in from right from Entrikin, and the tag is not in time. Hudson Entrikin scurried over from right field and made a good throw on one hop to the third baseman, Montgomery Hart. But the base runner slid in ahead of the throw, and now Paulino is knocking on the door again in the second. Runner on third and just one away. Entrikin back into the windup, staring down home plate, now comes forward with the pitch. Fastball just missed the zone. One and one the count here with the man on third and one away. Entrikin's pitch. And that is a strike on the swing, 1-2. A strikeout would be huge here to try and prevent that runner from moving and bring a potential third out to the plate. 3 strikeouts already for Entrikin, looking for 4. And it's outside for ball 2. Scoreless between the Kingsmen and Paulino here on the Kingsmen Baseball YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. And as there's a swing and a miss, Entrikin gets him on strikes. 4 strikeouts for the lefty in just an inning and 2/3. Bottom of the order up for Paulino. First pitch, outside, high as well, caught by Ritsamont. Entrikin behind the count, 1-0, into the windup and delivers. And he gets a swing at the letters. Fastball high, swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Infield back now with 2 outs, set to receive. The count 1-1, and now Entrikin comes home. Ground ball, first base side, fielded cleanly by Seminara, and he steps on the bag to end the inning. Once again, a runner gets stranded on third base here in this game. Scoreless to the third we go, right here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Into the third inning we go. A new pitcher on the mound for Paulino. 2 innings was all that the starting pitcher got today for the home side. 2 very good innings, hitless. Just 1 base runner, which was a walk to Owen Beatrice. But now a new man on the mound rather to face the 8, 9, 10 hitters for the Kingsmen. That's Anthony Seminara, Hudson Entrican, and Logan Daniel due to hit for the first time here in the third. Righty v righty, the pitch to the plate. And it's a heater that was low for ball 1. Some good velocity once again from one of these Paulino arms. Behind in the count, 1-0 to Seminara. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, hit him. And Tony will send himself down to first base. That one looked like it got him on the arm. Seminara hustled down to first, but is now going to take a second and appears to be all right to continue. So after the hit by pitch, it's Hudson Entrican, the right fielder. He's played a good amount of this week in the DR. Third start in 4 games in right field. And called for the swing there behind 0-1. Seminara, a conservative lead at first base. Entrican squaring to bunt, and now the pitch comes home. Entrican pulls back, and it's in there for a strike, 0-2. Entrican digging in the hole. Seminara at first, ready to pounce if the situation is there. Fastball low, ball 1. Logan Daniel in the on-deck circle. Daniel hitless so far on this trip, looking for a big day today in the 10 spot. The pitch to Entrican. 1-2, check swing, and he got enough of the bat on it. Leadoff man on for the Kingsmen for the first time today. Seminara on first base. 0-0 here in San Pedro de Macorís. And a stoppage here, another baseball on the field. Two strikes to Entrican, another pitch. High fastball struck him out. Went after a fastball up and out of the zone, and there's one away here in the third as Logan Daniel comes to the plate. First strikeout for the new pitcher for Paulino. Third Kingsman to be struck out here so far in the first time around the batting order. First pitch outside to Daniel. Logan playing second base today for the KBA. And the first baseman, Seminara, still on first base. 1-0 to third. Outside, 2-0. After He'll hit here in the third, barring a double play here. Daniel, with the count in his favor, settles in as the pitch flies home. There's a slider in the dirt, blocked successfully by the catcher, and that keeps Seminara at first base.
Logan.
3-0. Right down the heart of the plate, 3-1.
Sorry, Logan.
Flared off the bat of Daniel, shallow infield, caught by the second baseman, and Seminara glides back to first base. The pop out brings about the second out of the inning, and here is Ryan Waters as the Kingsmen get back around to the top of the order.
All right, move around.
Waters, his first time to the plate, took a swing at the first pitch of the game, grounded out to the second baseman. Now hitting with 2 down and a man on. The Paulino pitcher comes to the plate, delivers a first pitch slider that drops in there for a called strike.
Ryan.
Paulino ahead in the count here, trying to keep a 0 on the scoreboard for their third inning in a row to start the game. Defensively, that pitch tried to go backdoor with the off speed, missed outside, ball 1. Ryan Waters actually still looking for his first hit of this trip and of the spring. He's reached quite a number of times with the walk, but has not gotten himself a base hit yet. Seminara thought about running as that ball hit the dirt, but stopped short and got back to first. He'd love to get himself in scoring position here with 2 away. Now 2-1 the count. 0-0 here in San Pedro. The final game of 4 in this Dominican Republic trip for the KBA. The first time that the Academy has made the journey down here. 2-1. Fastball inside, 3 balls and a strike.
Got it, Ryan.
If the inning continues, we'll see Caden McNeil, who flew out to right field. Put a good piece of metal on that baseball on the first, but it hung up there for the out. Hitters count for Waters, trying to extend this third inning. 3-1. Runner on the move in Seminara. Pitch in the dirt, and he'll have the bag. 3-2. A stolen base for Tony, and he's on second base, and a full count coming for Ryan Waters. And of course, if he was still on first, he would have been moving on this pitch, but instead of a running start from first, he's already 90 feet forward. 3-2. Waters trying to keep this third inning going in a scoreless tie, but he'll have to wait until the conference between pitcher and catcher has concluded. It's a quick one. The catcher back in his crouch. 3-2 still the count. Big payoff pitch here coming to the Kingsmen leadoff. 3-2 to Waters. Ground ball, second base side. Routine on a knee, now hopping up the second baseman, throws to first and retires the side. Kingsmen stranded other in scoring position this game, a defensive battle, 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. It's the Dominican trip here for the KBA on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Bottom of the third here in San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Noah Entrican back on the mound for his third inning of work, and he's facing the top of the Paulino order. A couple of lefties at the top of this order, and Entrican's first pitch the second time around is a curveball high of the zone for ball one. 1-0 pitch, foul ball off the cage to even the count. Paulino's leadoff hitter, a lefty, he struck out looking to begin the bottom of the first. One of 4 strikeouts in 9 batters faced for Noah the first time around the order. A ball and a strike, lefty versus lefty battle to begin the bottom of the third, and a fastball is cranked foul, far out of play, and out of Paulino Academy for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Looking to get ahead of Paulino here in the third. Curveball hit right back up the middle, and it's through for a base hit into center. Took a hit off the lip of the infield and outfield coming together. Waters sprints in to collect it, and it's a leadoff single for Paulino. Caught by Hudson Entrican on the lunge, and there is one away here in the third. That keeps the runner planted at first base with 1 out. A couple of hard hit balls to begin this third inning from Paulino by 2 guys who struck out in their first at-bats. Now the 3-hole who singled and was stranded at third in the first inning. Runner on the move, they throw to first. Seminara whips it to second, and it gets by Beatrice. Would have been very close at second base, but he's safe and in scoring position with 1 down. Pitch comes home from Entrican, it's high for a ball. Kingsmen trying to keep this game scoreless, 0-0 bottom 3. Runner leads off of second, and the ball cranked to center. Right at Ryan Waters, who takes a step forward and makes the catch, whips it into the cutoff man at short, and there are 2 down. Another hard hit ball from Paulino, but it lands right in the glove of one of the Kingsmen in the outfield, and there are 2 down. A runner still in scoring position for the home team. So here's the Paulino first baseman, hit by a pitch his first time up. Platoon advantage with 2 away. They throw to second. Beatrice applies the tag. They got him! Picked him off at second to end the inning. The side retired facing the minimum. The cleanup will come back up in the 4th. The Kingsmen will bring up 2-3-4 when we return here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Here in the 4th inning, scoreless tie between the Kingsmen and Paulino. And a couple of games so far on this trip that have seen some big innings. This has been one to watch if you're a fan of good pitching. Entrican going at it with a couple of Paulino arms. And it's the 3rd arm out to the mound for Paulino here in the 4th. He delivers a fastball outside for ball 1. First lefty that the Kingsmen have seen from this Paulino team. And he'll face Caden McNeil. Throws another ball outside for ball 2. It's McNeil, Gummy Hart, and Jack Curtis. McNeil squared the bunt, and then the pitch missed way outside again. The Paulino pitcher behind 3-0 has not found that release point with the fastball, has not come close yet in his first 3 pitches. McNeil flew out to right in the first inning, now in a good count. And it's a 4-pitch walk to McNeil to start the 4th. Gummy Hart, lefty, squaring the bunt way early. And they throw to first. McNeil dives back in ahead of the throw. Fast-moving first 3 innings of this one, only about an hour played, and now Gummy trying to get that bunt down, fouls it off into the mask of our home plate umpire, Emilio. He looks all right. So after the foul ball, it's 1-1. They have actually hit off the shoulder pad of our man calling balls and strikes. Hart squares early again on the 1-1. Pitch comes to the plate, curveball, McNeil on the run, the throw wide of the second base bag, and McNeil has the stolen base. Caden McNeil stole 4 bases yesterday against Buena Vista, and he's got another one as he swipes second here. Little equipment adjustment from the lead runner now at second base. Scoring position with nobody out, and Hart no longer squaring. Swings away at that one and lifts it foul for strike 2. After Hart, it'll be Jack Curtis and Mason Ritzma, as the Kingsmen look to find the game's opening run. The pitch inside hits hard. Second time a Kingsman has been hit by a pitch here today. And it means runners on second and first with nobody out. And a quick meeting on the mound between the infield before any further damage by Paulino.
You just heard that.
Jack Curtis hitting with runners on second and first. Nobody out. And a spin throw to second. McNeil back in a hurry, and he's safe. Not by much, but he's safe. Curtis in a big spot trying to give the Kingsmen his first lead of the game. Had 2 base hits in his first game of the season on Saturday. The pitch, a slider inside. Curtis thought about it, and now the throw goes down to second, trying to backpick McNeil. And once again, he dives back into the bag safely. Jack Harris rehabbing a bit of an injury that he sustained in the off-season. Hitting for now, hoping to rejoin the field and rejoin time on the mound as we see another throw go to second. Hoping to do that later in the season, but for now the Kingsmen will appreciate his bat that he brings to this batting order. The commit to Maine. Runners on second and first. The pitch to Curtis. Outside off the glove into the backstop. A free 90 feet for each Kingsman runner. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. The best chance of the day so far for either team to put a run up on the scoreboard. 4, 5, 6 entrusted to do it in Curtis, Ritzma, and Beatrice. The lefty composes himself and fires the pitch home. And it's a swing and a miss for Curtis.
Come on, Jake.
A big cut at that one that was down the middle, and now it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Jack Curtis. Infield in for Paulino. The 2-strike pitch. Popped up foul, right side, and out of play. 2-2. A check on the runners, and now the lefty comes home. Curveball. Curtis with the defensive back. He was not planning on swinging at that baseball till the very last moment. Threw his hands at it and stays alive. Really good curveball from the Paulino left-hander. And as the ball comes in to restock for our home plate umpire, he'll have a second to get this next pitch right against Curtis with runners on second and third. 2-2. Outside for ball 3, and the count is full. Mason Ritzma is on deck. He popped out to the third baseman in foul territory in his first at bat. Ritzma on deck, but Curtis looking to get a big inning started. Payoff pitch incoming with runners on second and third. Scoreless in the top of the fourth. Important pitch coming from the Paulino left-hander here. The 3-2. And it slipped out of his hand on the curveball, and a walk loads the bases for Mason Ritzma. Going to have a mound visit here in the fourth. We'll step aside for a second. Bases are juiced for the Kingsmen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Back here with the bases loaded and nobody out. 2 walks and a hit by pitch have loaded the bases for the KBA. Scoreless in the top of the fourth, and here's Mason Ritzma. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Hayden McNeil is on third after a walk. He stole a base and then advanced on a wild pitch rather. Montgomery Hart on second after being hit and then advanced on that same wild pitch. And Curtis just walked to load the bases. 1-0. High of the letters, 2 balls and no strikes. Hitters count for Ritzma in a big spot for the black and gold. 2-0. He hits it into left field. Playable. McNeil tagging from third. No catch made, and a foul ball called by the home plate umpire. Foul ball called, and everyone will have to return to their spots. Ritzema thought it was fair. He'll have to get the bat back on his shoulder and try again. It came off the glove of the left fielder, very close to that line. Of course, from here, it's tough to tell exactly where that line runs down the grass. But deemed a foul ball by our home plate umpire, and it keeps the game scoreless for now. 2-1 after the foul ball. Ritzema back into the left-hander's batter's box. The pitch out of the windup, and he hits it foul this time, no doubt about that. 2-2.
Come on, Mason, got a battle. Good for game.
Come on, Mason, you got this.
McNeil would have likely scored with ease on that fly ball had it been caught. Instead, because it was off the glove and called foul, he still stands on third base. 2-2 the count, nobody out. And the pitch to Ritzema. Up and in, ball 3. McNeil on third, Hart on second, Curtis on first. On deck is Owen Beatrice, who walked and was stranded on third in the second inning. Mason with the big spot here. 3-2 with the bases loaded. The pitch from Paulino. High fly ball, deep infield, should be an infield fly. The second baseman makes the catch, and McNeil stays put on third. A big out for Paulino. Ritzema got that on ball, but sent it a mile high, and there's one away here in the fourth.
Little base hit. Little line drive. Stay short. Come on, Owen.
So here is Owen Beatrice with one out. Same situation with the bases loaded in a scoreless tie. Out of the windup, here's the lefty pitch. Beatrice in right field and down for a base hit. McNeil scores. Rounding third, coming to the plate, Montgomery Hart. And from first to third goes Jack Curtis. It's 2-0 for the Kingsmen, as Owen Beatrice has given the Kingsmen the lead. 2-run single. The first hit of the game for the Kingsmen. It was the first hit of the game in 4 innings, and it came in a big spot. The Kingsmen have the lead. It's 2-0, and a new arm takes to the mound for Paulino when we return. Back here from San Pedro, 2 runs in the fourth for the Kingsmen. A big 2-run single for Owen Beatrice has broken the scoreless tie, and Izzy Classe comes up with runners on the corners and 1 down, trying to add on. New pitcher on the mound for Paulino, right-hander wearing the number 14, and he stares down the mound to home plate, awaiting his sign. Beatrice leading off of first base, he stays put, and the pitch to the plate is hit high in the air, deep in the infield, but playable for the shortstop in front of second base, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Big play for Paulino to keep the runners put. 2 down for Anthony Seminara, who led off the 3rd inning with a hit by pitch, and now bats for the 2nd time. The Kingsmen have sent now 7 hitters to the plate in this 4th inning. Curtis on 3rd, Beatrice on 1st. 2 down in the 4th and the 1st pitch. And a swing and a miss from Seminara at a fastball at the letters, 0-1. So after the swinging strike, 0-1 the count. Beatrice still a lead off of first base. Pitch to the plate. A slider in the dirt. Beatrice took off and stands on second base, standing up with that one, getting away from the catcher. 1-1 after the stolen base and the pitch in the dirt. Owen Beatrice has been on base twice today and has stolen second both times he's been on first. 1 ball, 1 strike for the first baseman Seminara. First base now open. And he's hit again. He is hit again. First base unoccupied no more. Now the base is loaded for Hudson Entrican. Second hit by pitch for Seminara. Second hit by pitch of this inning. His heart was hit earlier on in the 4th. And now Entrican up with the bases juiced. First pitch outside, reeled in by the catcher to prevent a run. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Entrican awaits his opportunity. Fastball to the knees, called a strike, and the count even at 1. In the bottom half of the 4th. In the bottom half of the 4th, Paulino will send up 4, 5, 6. Have not seen any bullpen activity for the Kingsmen yet. It does look like Entrican will continue what has been a very good day on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike for Hudson. Entrican flares it into right. Down for a base hit. 1 run scores. The right fielder zips it on in. And everyone moves station to station. 1 run scores for the Kingsmen. Entrican with an RBI single. It's 3-0. Second hit of the game for the Kingsmen. Both have brought in runs. Logan Daniel now trying to keep the line moving with 2 down. First pitch to Logan. Tap foul, 0-1. 0-1 to Daniel. Bases loaded for the Kingsmen. The pitch. Down the heart of the plate, and he's behind 0-2. If the inning continues, we'll see the top of the order once again. Ryan Waters, 0-2 so far today. Looking for another opportunity for him. And we'll see if he gets it with runners on or if he'll have to wait until the 5th. Daniel in an 0-2 hole. The Kingsmen 3 runs already in the 4th. 0-2 offering. Inside, Daniel got out of the way, and it's 1-2.
Good feet, too.
One ball, two strikes. Daniel batting with two away. There's another ball that just came over from the other field, and I think it dropped down into the Paulino dugout. Now the slight pause stop. Daniel brings the bat onto his right shoulder, and the 1-2 pitch coming to the plate. In the dirt, blocked. Runner stayed put, 2-2. It got a couple inches away from the catcher, but nowhere near enough time for Beatrice to make a beeline to the plate.
Come on, Bertie, what you say, baby? What you say?
Two balls, two strikes. The pitch from Paulino. Up and in, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be on the move from all stations.
Got it, too.
Runners should be on the move here with the count full. Daniel digs in, the 3-2. Chops it. Shallow first base side. The first baseman collects, drops the baseball, and everybody's safe. Everyone is safe. 2-run score. Logan Daniel and the first baseman collided. The first baseman looks a little bit shaken up. The ball had been juggled, and then the shortest player on the Kingsmen ran through the Paulino first baseman. 2-run score, it's 5-0.
That's why you have to run. Because a Dominican player, he wasn't going to run. He was going to be out. That's why you have to run. No matter what.
So Logan Daniel turns the lineup over with what will go down as 2 RBIs. 5-0. Big inning for the Kingsmen. Now Ryan Waters, the 10th hitter to come to the plate. The pitch. Right down the heart of the plate. It's 0-1.
Got it, Ryan.
The state of calmness has descended over this ballpark. 5-0 the Kingsmen lead. 0-1, Waters cranks it foul, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Katie McNeil on deck. He led off this inning for the Kingsmen. A big inning it has been. 0-2 to Waters. Ryan Waters hits it foul and stays alive. An inning that has seen 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 3 singles, and a couple of infield pop-ups. The hits have been timely, and the deadlock is now broken. Another 0-2 coming to the Kingsmen lead-off, Ryan Waters. Runner on the move. Daniel is going to stride into second. That pitch may have hit the strike zone if home plate was 90 feet away. 1-2. 1-2 to Ryan Waters, runner on second and third. It's a slider just downstairs, 2-2. Long time looking down at home plate. Paulino trying to get out of this jam. 2-2 the count. The pitch to Waters. Outside, and the count runs full. Full count pitch. High ball 4. Waters walks. The bases are loaded again, and the Kingsmen have batted around here in the 4th inning. Another mound visit here for Paulino. The first time through the order, the Kingsmen only had 2 runners on base. The second time through the order, every single player but 2 reached at least first base. 5 have come in to score, and we'll see another pitching change, which will send us to a break. We'll be back right after this. 5-0, the Kingsmen lead, and they have the chance to strike for more when we come back on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Another pitching change for Paulino. 3rd pitcher of the inning for the home team. McNeil sees a first pitch fastball. The first pitch thrown by the new arm. 3 pitchers in this inning after only using 2 in the first 3 innings of this game. The Kingsmen with 5 runs in this 4th to break the game wide open, 5-0. McNeil sends one to right field with the bases loaded. The right fielder coming in, a long way to go, and he makes a running catch. Makes a running catch to end the inning, but 5 runs the damage from the black and gold. 2-run single from Owen Beatrice, an RBI single from Hudson Entrican, and a 2-run single for Logan Daniel gives the Kingsmen a 5-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th right after this on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Noah Entrikin still out on the mound, and he drops a beauty of a curveball in to open up the fourth inning. 5-0, the Kingsmen lead. 0-1 pitch. Fastball hit foul. First base side out of play, 0-2. Entrikin had to sit for about half an hour in between innings, if not a little bit more. That last half inning, close to 35 minutes. 0-2 pitch. Entrikin misses high with the fastball, looking to get the hitter to chase. 4, 5, 6 due up for Paulino, who needs some offense. 1-2. Curveball fought off, slashed on the first base side, right to the first baseman Hart, or rather Seminara, who touches the bag for the first out of the inning. It could certainly be argued that in the first couple of innings of this game, it was Paulino that was more threatening offensively, but the Kingsmen broke the game open in the top half of this fourth inning, and now they're trying to keep the door shut to Paulino in the bottom half. 1 out, Entrikin out of the windup. His first pitch fastball is high and away, 1-0. One ball and no strikes, quickly back into his motion, and the ball's ripped to right center field. Entrikin got a good beat on it and settles under for the second out of the inning. Entrikin to Entrikin. The pitcher throws the pitch, the right fielder hauls it in, and there's 2 away. McNeil, Waters, Hudson Entrikin in the outfield, Hart, Beatrice Daniel, and Seminara in the infield, Ritzema behind the dish. And 2 up, 2 down so far in the fourth. First pitch, fastball at the letters, called strike. A good one on the inner half of the zone, and it's 0-1. A shake, and now we go. The 0-1 pitch, high and away, and the count even at 1 apiece. The Kingsmen set to bring up 3-4-5 in inning number 5. After a fourth inning which saw them bat around. 1-1 pitch, just missed outside. Good frame work by Ritzema, but he does not get the call. 2-1. So a first pitch strike, and now behind in the count, Noah Entrikin with the bases empty and 2 down. 2-1 pitch. Fastball low and in, 3 balls, 1 strike. Squaring to bunt, the Paulino hitter, and he takes a strike. He was dancing his way out of the batter's box and down to first, and now with a smile on his face, Emilio ushers him back in. Payoff pitch coming from Entrikin, trying to retire the side in order. 3-2, curveball, got him! Ring him up, strike 3. We head to the 5th. Entrikin dealing through 4. 5-0, the Kingsmen lead here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Into the fifth we go. The Kingsmen off of a 5-run fourth, looking to increase the lead some more. They bring up the heart of the order. 3-4-5, Hart, Curtis, Ritzma. And Montgomery Hart, who was hit by a pitch his last time, settles in for the first pitch he'll see and swings through a high fastball. The bat was under that one, and it's 0-1. Trying to send that to the moon. (0-1) out of the windup. The pitch from Paulino. Curveball sits in there. Maybe more of a slider. 0-2 either way. Good breaking ball after that high heat. Hart 0 for 1 today. Struck out his first time to end the first, and then was hit by a pitch and scored. 0-2. Took it low. It's a good take on the 0-2 as he went back to the slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Working out of the windup, bases empty, nobody out. The leadoff man Hart down to his final strike, 1-2. And he rips one foul to stay alive. Another 1-2 upcoming, but not before Hart calls time to take a second here and stretch out his lower body. Curtis awaiting on deck. 2-strike pitch coming here to Gummy. Here it is. And it sits down at the knees. The breaking ball has him for the first out of the inning. Second time Hart has been struck out today. And Curtis hitting with 1 down and the bases still clear. First pitch to the right-hander Curtis. And back to the breaking ball he goes. It's got a pretty good amount of speed on it. It dipped into the strike zone for strike 1. Curtis walked and scored last time. Both Hart and Curtis scored on the Beatrice hit as that one's popped up foul. Lands out of play, but retrievable, unlike a lot of these foul balls that have been hit to the third base side. After the foul ball, here's the pitch to Curtis. And he rips it up the middle, takes 1 hop just beyond second base, and squirts into center. 1-out single for Jack Curtis, his first hit of the game, and the Kingsmen have a man on with 1 out for Ritzma. Jack Curtis is 3 for 5 here in the Dominican. He takes off on the first pitch. It's in the dirt. Throw down to second on 1 hop. Gets by the shortstop and cut off. It's a stolen base for Curtis. He's in scoring position. Ball was low for ball 1 to Mason. Mason 0 for 2 today with a couple of pop outs, 1 to the third baseman, 1 to the second baseman. And now he takes a fastball in the inner half for a called strike, 1-1. Slider down in there, dropped by the catcher, but right down the heart of the plate for strike 2. A quick stoppage here. The Paulino catcher, who just dropped that baseball, is running toward the dugout. I believe he wants to get a switch of catcher's glove. He's found one he likes, and he'll settle back into his crouch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ritzma. Owen Beatrice, the shortstop, on deck to hit, with Curtis at second base. Kingsmen by 5 here in their final game of the 2026 DR trip. 2 strikes, the ground ball to shortstop. Moving from second to third, Curtis, and the throw from the shortstop gets Ritzma at first for out number 2. So Ritzma's ground ball moves Curtis 90 feet. Beatrice comes up with 2 away. So here's Owen Beatrice. A good day for him so far. Walked his first time and then broke open the scoring last inning with a 2-run single. Came in to score himself later on in the inning. Batting with a man on third and 2 down. First pitch from the right-hander. Fastball, engulfed foul. Strike 1.
Straighten her out, bud. Stay short.
In the 5th for Paulino, it will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. There has been some bullpen activity for the Kingsmen. We'll see if the day is done for Noah Entrikin. If it is, it's been a really, really impressive 4 innings of work. Beatrice digs in. Down a strike. Curtis 90 feet away. The pitch. Slider dips in there. Really good pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Take it for a ride. Big hit.
2 strikes to the Kingsmen shortstop. The pitch. Went back to it. Beatrice getting out of the way. That one was a tad too much inside.
Fido, little base hit.
Another 2-strike pitch coming up here with Izzy Classe on deck if the inning continues. Here it is. Slider, sat on, drilled to shortstop. Coming in with it, the forehand sidearm toss to first, and a nice play from the Paulino infield to deny Beatrice another RBI and deny the Kingsmen another run. Back-to-back 6-3 groundouts to end the top half of the 5th. We'll be back for the bottom half. The Kingsmen up 5-0 in their final game of the Dominican Republic trip here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Nothing the score here between the Kingsmen Baseball Academy and Paulino Academy in San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Noah Entrikin is out for a 5th inning. back out there for 5. We'll see if he pitches this full inning or if he's replaced at some point in this 5th frame. But for now, the game is his. And his first pitch of the 5th is a fastball popped up on the infield. Ritzma going after it. Coming in, Seminara, who drops the ball. Rolling in toward the dugout. A gift of a base runner for Paulino to start this 5th inning. And it's an error assessed to Anthony Seminara, who dropped the ball at first base. So with the runner on first and nobody out, here's the pitch from Entrikin. Popped up foul, 0-1. Now, Seminara was running in on that pop-up in the infield. He tried to make that catch on the run, but at the same time, it's certainly nothing that would not be called routine. But it drops to the ground, and Paulino have the leadoff man on in the 5th. 0-1 to the 8-hole hitter. Fastball outside corner, call it strike 2. An 0-2 hole for the 8-hole hitter for Paulino. Bottom of the order up, and then they'll loop around to the top looking for some offense. 0-2. And a foul ball to stay alive against Entrikin. The Kingsmen with a 5 spot in the 4th, if you're just joining us, to lead 5-0. Zeros on the scoreboard in every inning besides the top of the 4th. 0-2. Outside, it got off the glove of Ritzman to the backstop, and the Paulino base runner up 90 feet to second off of the wild pitch. So a runner on second and nobody out for Entrikin to work with. Still 2 strikes to the hitter with nobody out. The 2-strike pitch coming from Noah. And hit, chopped foul again. It hit off the infield dirt and then bounced up over the Paulino dugout and out of play. Leadoff runner on second base, a pretty good lead over there. Entrikin comes home and dives down that curveball. Looked like the hitter thought about it for a moment, then laid off. And he's worked this count to 2-2. Kingsman trying to keep Paulino scoreless. Entrikin a couple of glances at second, strides to the plate, missed inside, and the count is full. A tight battle at the bottom of the order here for Noah Entrikin and the Kingsmen, and the lefty will step off and reset things with the count 3-2. Hart, Beatrice, Daniel, and Seminara in the infield. Awaiting a play. 3-2 pitch. A line drive at the shortstop. Beatrice on the scoop. To first he goes and makes the play. Look what I found. There's one out. One of the hardest hops that an infielder will receive, and he got it just right. One out. The runner moves from second to third. And the 9-hole hitter up at the plate for Paulino. The pitch from Entrikin, high and away, ball 1. Paulino has gone through 6 pitchers so far in this game. The Kingsmen still riding the hot hand of their starter. The pitch, tipped off the glove of Mason Ritzema. It's a foul ball, and the count 1-1. Kingsmen considering the score line, but I know they'd want to keep that run off the board. 1-1. Hard hit line drive foul and out of play right side. 1-2. The top of the order looming for Paulino. The Paulino batter adjusts his helmet, shifts his weight back, and readies himself for Entrikin's pitch. And he hits a soft line drive to second base. Logan Daniel off 1 foot, throws him out, but a run scores. 2 outs in the inning, a run comes in to score for Paulino. It's 5-1. The bases are clear and there are 2 away. Another unearned run for the Kingsmen pitching. Kason Young was the starting pitcher yesterday. Through 3 innings, gave up 3 unearned runs early on in that contest before the Kingsmen put up an 8 spot and ran away with it in Buena Vista yesterday. 0-1 after that pitch got most of the zone. Entrikin's 0-1. Off speed. Sent the hitter falling backwards. For the windup, here's the pitch. Curveball high again, 2 balls and a strike. So the first time through the order, Paulino only batted 9, as that one's hit foul. They've since then batted 9 hitters again, but the hitter at the plate and the hitter on deck are different hitters than who we'd seen at the top of the order earlier. Not sure if it's a mass substitution or if they've added hitters on at the end of their lineup. Of course, you know, an exhibition game in the DR, who really cares, but it is not the top of the order right now. 2 strikes. Outside, laying off the slider for ball 3.
Right here now, best pitch, right here.
Entrikin working quickly. Fastball grounded to second. Logan Daniel a long ways to run in. Throws again, one hand. Seminara makes the catch and they call him out. Paulino appealing for off the bag, but the call out at home. And Daniel makes a couple of plays to help end the 5th inning. Noah Entrikin with an excellent day on the mound. 5 innings, just the 1 unearned run. 5-1 as we head to the 6th here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Top of the sixth inning here, 5-1 the Kingsmen lead. First pitch of the sixth is a fastball inside on Clase. Got his knees out of the way and he's ahead in the count 1-0. Israel Clase 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out. Kingsman sending 7, 8, 9 to the plate here in the sixth. That one is ripped foul. 1-1. Noah Entrikin just joined some of the pitchers behind the plate. So safe to assume his day is done. We get you his final score line in the bottom half of the inning. Clase trying to lead off the sixth strong. Here's the pitch. Slider in there, called a strike. 2 strikes to Izzy. Hard throwing right-hander, showing some good control for Paulino. Seminara waiting on deck. Out of the windup, here's the delivery. And Clase strikes out. The pitch was in the dirt, so they throw down to first. And the drop third strike is converted. 1 out here in the top of the sixth. Second time Clase's been struck out today, and here's Seminara, who has been hit by a pitch both times he's been to the plate. Tony looking to minimize the amount of bruising on this plate appearance. First pitch. And Seminara chops one back to the pitcher. The right-hander throws to first in time to get Tony. 2 are out here in the sixth. Hudson Entrikin will hit with the bases clear and 2 away. First pitch to Entrikin, a slider that he went after just south of the knees, 0-1. Bases clear with 2 away. Paulino trying to keep themselves in this ball game. They love a quick inning here. Quickly 0-2 to Entrikin. Singled and was stranded at third his last time. Had an RBI to bring in Jack Curtis. No one to bring in here except for himself. 0-2 with 2 away. And he leaves the 0-2 slider in the dirt away, 1-2. Logan Daniel would hit if the inning continues in the sixth. One ball, 2 strikes to Entrikin. Base is clear in the sixth. Here it is. And it's in there for a strike. Went around on the swing, but it would have been a strike either way, and the inning ends there. 1-2-3, the Kingsmen drop in the top half of the sixth. They look to keep the pressure on the mound, and we'll see a new face when we return. Bottom of the 6th here for Paulino, trailing the Kingsmen by 4 runs. A new face on the mound in Tristan Harless. The right-hander takes over for Noah Entrikin, whose 5 innings have put the Kingsmen in a very good spot in this game. First pitch from Harless is grounded to the first baseman. Fielded cleanly by Seminara. He'll take it to the bag himself for the first out of the inning. Final line for Entrikin. 77 pitches, 1 run that was unearned, 3 hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts.
I can hear you all in your mouth.
Harless with 1 down, so it was a first pitch fastball high, and it's 1-0.
Come on, Tristan.
1-0 pitch, Harless with a fastball right down the middle, and it's 1-1. Two balls and 1 strike after the fastball misses just inside. 1 out, and the base is clear. Fastball high makes it 3-1. From the looks of it, there were a couple of substitutions from Paulino replacing their first 3 hitters in the order. On deck, their cleanup man, who has a single and a ground out so far today, and a 5-pitch walk rather. Puts the first man on for Harless, and Paulino, looking for a quick rally here with just 5 outs to play with, has a man on first with 1 down. Runner on first and 1 away. Double play opportunity for the Kingsmen with the ground ball. That's a good fastball to open up the at-bat against the Paulino cleanup man. 0-1 after the fastball is called a strike. Good lead off at first, and a line drive into shallow center. Down in front of the center fielder, Ryan Waters. And it's back-to-back base runners. First hit conceded by Harless, and Paulino putting together a little bit of an effort here in the 6th. Kingsmen by 4, 2 runners on, and the pitch from Tristan. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. It's 0-1. Harless staring down second, comes home with the 0-1, gets a swing and a miss on a slider. Nasty pitch to bring it to 0-2. Harless in control here. Runners on second and first. The Kingsmen up by 4 runs in the 6th. His 0-2. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lefty swinging 2 bats in the on-deck circle. No 3 bats. And an open stance at the plate for the right-hander, trying to bring Paulino back into this one. Harless, first out of the pen to relieve Entrikin, looking to keep the door closed. 1-2 pitch just outside. Major league take from the right-hander for Paulino, and it's 2-2. And after he swung at his shoes on the 0-1 slider, you know he's watching that one a little bit more. 2-2, we'll see what Tristan dials up. Slider inside corner, got him swinging. The strikeout makes 2 down in the 6th. And Coach Joe Hudak having a chat with his pitcher with 2 on and 2 out. 5-1 the score in the 6th. It's a good opportunity. Well, we have a minute to tell you about the last 24 hours or so for the Kingsmen. Of course, during the Buena Vista game, you may remember talking about how later in the day the team was going to head off to Hogar del Nino, a local school here in the Dominican, in La Romana, closer to where the team's staying. We ended up there that afternoon, and it was a great time. The team getting about 20 minutes to hang out with some of the younger kids, some of the infants, some of the toddlers, and just rest and relax with them after a long day at the ballpark. And then the fun began with some of the kids elementary age at Hogar del Nino. As runners are on the move, Harless delivers and the ball's hit to the left. Falls in front of McNeil. One run will score though. They'll throw to second, and it got by the second baseman Daniel. Seminara will throw to third. Everything is out of whack, and the tag applied by Hart. A disaster of base running from Paulino. They score one, but after that ball got by, the runner on first headed to second, and there were two runners on the same bag. Kingsmen capitalize on the error, and it's 5-2 at the end of 6. We head to the 7th. We'll talk more about Hogar del Nino when we return here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. From the final game of the Dominican Republic trip here in 2026 to the final inning, we've entered the 7th. Score 5-2, the Kingsmen lead, looking to finish it off. And a first pitch swinging by the pinch hitter at the plate, A.J. Griffith. A foul ball to make it 0-1. Into the game for Logan Daniel. He's behind 0-1 in the count. The right-hander in the windup. It throws a slider inside. AJ stood in there strong and took it for a ball. 1-1. We'll see how many pinch hitters we have in this situation. Of course, you want to get some guys some more at-bats. The game is also only a 3-run game. I think we'll see how the inning goes, and the decisions will come from there. As the called strike there makes it 1-2 to Griffith.
Come on, AJ.
1-2, the pitch comes in, and Griffith strikes out, swinging. Low and away slider, and there is one down in the inning. So it's the top of the order now for Ryan Waters. Fourth time to the plate today for him. He's 0 for 2 with the walk. The pitch with 1 out. High and away, ball 1. Top of the order, which means Waters, McNeil, and then Hart. If the inning continues further than that, McNeil is in the on-deck circle in that 2 spot. Out of the windup, 1-0 pitch coming up from Paulino's right-hander. And it's ripped to the second base side, past the dive. No, it was stopped. Stopped on the dive, and they threw Waters out. Impressive play from the Paulino second baseman. That's the 3rd time today that Ryan Waters has grounded out to the second baseman, but that time he was denied a hit. 2 down in the 7th. So here's Caden McNeil, 2 outs, bases empty in the 7th. First pitch to Caden, inside, ball 1. McNeil in the game, 0 for 2, had a walk and scored, and a couple of flyouts to right field. One and 0. Fouls the ball off of the catcher. 1-1 the count. A ball and a strike. Here's the pitch to McNeil. Way high. Rattling off the chains here of the backstop. 2-1. We'll adjust that camera back for you, huh? Two balls and 1 strike. McNeil trying to keep this 7th inning alive. Last bats for the Kingsmen here in the Dominican. The pitch. In there for a strike. 2-2.
Caden, you got this.
Hart on deck if the inning continues. 2-strike pitch. Slider inside, and the count runs to full. 5 runs in the 4th inning for the Kingsmen. No runs in any inning for the black and gold other than that today. Paulino has scraped 1 across in each of the last 2 frames as they try to come back in this one. Looking to put up another 0 here to make it a 3-run game into the bottom of the 7th. Pitch to McNeil. Chopped 3rd base side. Fielded on the forehand. A throw in time to first, and that ends the 7th. 1-2-3 for the 2nd inning in a row. And the Kingsmen will head out to the field in the bottom of the 7th, defending a 3-run lead. 5-2 will be back. The Kingsmen 3 outs away from a trip-ending victory. We'll be right back on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Back here in the bottom of the 7th, Jake Donaldson, the pitcher, called upon to try to finish off this game for the Kingsmen. Has not pitched since game 1 of the trip. Donaldson came in first out of the pen after Noah Entrican had come in and started that game. Donaldson threw an inning and a third, 3 strikeouts, just 1 hit, did not surrender a run. Trying to finish off this 7th inning. Right-handed hitter at the plate. A couple defensive changes for the Kingsmen. Clase is now at third. Beatrice, no longer at short, it is now occupied by Gummy Hart. That one is low. Owen Beatrice has moved from shortstop over to second base because Logan Daniel was pinch hit for. Donaldson and the Kingsmen 3 outs away from victory, 5-2 the score. The pitch, hit hard second base side, through for a base hit. Fielded by Entrican and thrown back into Beatrice. But the opening man is on for Paulino here in the 7th. We were talking earlier about Hogar Del Nino, and after some time with the infants and the toddlers, the team got the opportunity to paint the faces and get their faces painted by some of the kids, elementary age, probably 4 or 5 years old to 8 years old. So much fun. A little bit messy, but you know, I was never much of an artist, so it was never going to look very good anyway. Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch strike on the outside corner makes it 0-1. But you can tell those kids love it when we're out there. It's so much fun to spend an hour or 2 with them. It was a good wrap up to the day. Today, the team will depart after this one's over as the runner's on the move. The pitch was low and the ball bounces off of the runner who stole second base. He decides to stay put given the score line, but he's into scoring position with nobody out. After the game today, the team will eat some lunch and then head out to the nation's capital, Santo Domingo, where the team will head to a nice little marketplace, get an opportunity to barter a little bit. It's always fun to teach the fine art of negotiation to some of these high school guys. We'll be out there for a while, get to enjoy a little bit of the sights and sounds of Santo Domingo, and we'll come back and enjoy a little bit more time in the DR with the team. It's been a great trip over the last week. I can't wait to come back out here in July with the summer team, and then for those of these guys in the academy that'll stick around for next year that still have some eligibility left, that one up and in sounded like it hit the batter, or at least hit something. There was a nick of something on the way into the glove, called just a ball. But I look forward to having a lot of these guys back out here this time next year. It's been a great trip with everyone involved. Pitch from Donaldson, fastball, ground ball, past the shortstop and into left. McNeil whips it in, but Hart was unable to get there, and now Paulino has runners on the corners with nobody out, and the tying run up to the plate. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Paulino down 3 runs. In the game that the Kingsmen fell on Saturday against Cano Baseball, they had a lead going into the last inning. Surrendered as that pitch comes in and hits the batter. Emilio behind home plate says that the bat was pulled back, so the bases are loaded. Bases loaded, nobody out. Tying run is aboard for Paulino. In that loss to Cano Baseball, the Kingsmen came into the last inning with a 3-run lead and surrendered 10 runs. Paulino need 3 to tie and 4 to come back and win. Coach Joe Hudak is going to have a chat with the infield with the bases loaded and nobody out. So the mound visit over, 7, or rather in the 7th inning, the score 5-2. Jake Donaldson looking out of the windup with the bases loaded. First pitch fastball popped up. An infield fly should be. Jake Donaldson on the mound makes the catch. He could not see a thing out there, but he made the catch for the first out. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. An important first step there. They throw to second, looking for the pick. They got him! Got him at second base. It's the second time they've picked off a Paulino runner at second today, and this time it comes with the bases loaded when there was no chance that the runner thought the throw would ever go toward him. And that's exactly why it worked. 2 outs here in the 7th. After the second time they've picked a man off today, it comes in a huge spot, and the tie-in run is no longer on base. Just like that, Paulino down to its final out after moments ago having bases loaded and nobody out. There's a strike from Donaldson. All the momentum in the Kingsmen's favor now. Looking to finish off this trip with a bang. 5-2 lead over Paulino. The pitch, runner on the move, outside, they throw down to second. The tag down, not in time. Not in time. Stolen base puts runners on second and third. It was very close. But with the tag on the body, I can certainly understand why the call was safe.
Sorry, it ain't you get it next time, kid.
Our home plate umpire 120 feet away from the call. And the count is 1-1 with 2 down. After the stolen base, first base unoccupied. Those 2 runners on really don't matter for the Kingsmen right now. Jake Donaldson out of the windup. Fastball in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Paulino down to its final strike in what has been a phenomenal baseball game here in San Pedro. Jake Donaldson out of the windup. Outside, and it's 2-2. The inning began with 2 singles and a hit by pitch. Since then, a pop-up in the infield and a pickoff at second. Now a chance to end the ball game up 3. 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul, and the game stays alive. For an exhibition game in February, this sure feels intense, doesn't it? 5-2 the score. The Kingsmen put up 5 in the fourth. Paulino's grabbed a couple back. The tying run at the plate. Another 2-strike pitch for Donaldson. Up the middle, a base hit. Around third and scoring. 2 runs for Paulino, and it is 5-4. A 1-run game here once again in San Pedro. And the tying run is on first with 2 outs. Runner on first and 2 outs. First pitch coming here from Donaldson. From the stretch, he delivers a strike. 0-1, Donaldson still just 1 out away in a 1-run game in San Pedro. The 0-1. Outside, the off-speed broke away from the hitter, and it's 1-1. A ball to strike. At the knees for called strike 2. And again, the Kingsmen a strike away from wrapping up this game. 3 hits in the inning for Paulino. 4 base runners. 2 runs across. But a long ways to go for that game-tying run. Time called from the right-handed hitter. Wanting to reset things and make sure that he is just right. Donaldson had shook off his sign a couple of times. We'll see if he settles in quickly here. 2 shakes and he comes set. Donaldson, the 2-strike delivery. Got him! And the drop third strike completes it. Jake Donaldson shuts the door on Paulino. 5-4 the final score. What a game here in San Pedro as the Kingsmen hang on to finish the Dominican Republic trip 3-1. And a tight win to finish the job. Noah Entrikin with a 5-inning gem. And then Tristan Harless and Jake Donaldson did enough to keep the door closed and ride a big 5th inning from the Kingsmen hitters to the victory. The win will go to Entrikin, the save to Jake Donaldson. Despite giving up 2 runs in that 7th inning, he gets the big strikeout to wrap up the contest. 5-4 is the final score. Once again, the Kingsmen start the spring with winning 3 out of 4 in the Dominican. Next game's coming up on Friday the 13th on the road, Lincolnton, North Carolina, so a tad closer to home. It'll be a doubleheader for both teams, 1 and 3 o'clock, set to go from Lincolnton, North Carolina. We'd like to thank you so much for joining us over the course of this Dominican trip. It's been a great opportunity to bring these live streams to you wherever you may be. We hope you join us throughout the spring schedule. A lot of games on tap for this Kingsmen Baseball Academy and what has been already a great first year for these boys. Once again, the final from San Pedro de Macorís, 5-4. Kingsmen beat Paulino here on the road. We'll see you back in the States.